Transport workers, activists, and students clash with police in Ecuador's largest protest in a decade. New tax reforms, which include the removal of decades-old fuel subsidies, have increased the cost of fuel by 120%. The reforms have paralyzed public transportation as demonstrators and police trade rocks and tear gas in the streets, prompting President Lenin Moreno to impose a state of emergency.
Señor Moreno,
Mr. Moreno, the looting that has been blamed on the protesters was organized by his political party, and it's being covered up. They should be paying for these measures, for this economic crisis. The people are mired in misery. A people who are hungry are a people who fight on.
Removing the subsidies is part of an agreement with the IMF in which Ecuador would receive loans, despite its debts. The Ecuadorian government hopes that removing the subsidies can save the government over $2 billion a year and bring the deficit down to $1 billion by 2020. Moreno is blaming Ecuador's financial troubles on his predecessor and says the subsidies have distorted the economy, and protests would not be allowed to paralyze the country.
In order to protect citizens and avoid chaos, I have declared a state of emergency nationally. Friends, the law is fundamental to progress in the country, for work, education, free mobility, and the security of citizens. We reiterate our willingness to always engage in dialogue.
Ecuadorian officials now worry about how the protests will affect the overall economy. Demonstrators have already interrupted the flow of goods between Ecuador and Colombia at a cost of around $2 million a day, a steep price to pay for a country struggling to handle its financial woes. Lionel Donovan, TRT World.